What's happening, beautiful people? Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, Salam. If you're watching for the very first time, welcome. My name is Aman. Today I'm going to do a different kind of video. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to use Instagram stories to build your personal brand. So let's get started. So guys, Instagram is an excellent social media platform for you guys to grow your personal brand, especially with something like Instagram stories. For those of you that don't know, Instagram stories is very similar to Snapchat, where you take little brief videos of yourself and post them, and the idea is try to create a story. Now, I really want to hammer in the point of creating a story because it's a very, very powerful tool. So today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to create a story on Instagram and use it to build your personal brand. Tip number 1 is to be genuine and not to come out as a salesperson. If you're in the market to sell something, there's always a strategy for that, and we're going to talk about that later. But you want to create something that's actually genuine. You want to be talking to your followers. You want to be trying to hitting a nerve with them. You want to be giving them value. Like, this topic is a great example for using something to create a story on Instagram. I could go on there right now, and basically the first story would be, hey guys, I got 5 tips to help you build your personal brand on Instagram. And from there, I'll hook people in, and then you get into the content. Notice I didn't say, hey guys, give me $5, come over to my website, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to do Instagram. Offer value. It's really important. Tip number 2, another great way to build your personal brand on Instagram is to show some behind the scenes stuff. Now, I do this quite often when I'm doing Instagram and I'm about to shoot my podcast. I'll actually, do a scene, click a story as I'm recording my podcast. The reason why doing the behind the scenes is really important, especially for someone like me, is my viewers feel that they are part of the experience. And if they feel part of the experience, they feel part of the community. They feel like they've accomplished something with you. And that's something really important. And the cool thing is you're always doing something. You're always doing some sort of work. So it's okay to shoot behind the scenes. Now, I'm not saying you let out your powerful secrets or, confidential information, but I'm sure you can find something that you can share with your followers. Tip number 3, and this one's totally up to you how you handle this, but sometimes you need to show that you're vulnerable. Sometimes you need to get in deep conversation with your followers. Maybe there's something impacting in your life that may help that person as well. Because chances are whatever you're going through, someone else is going through it as well. And if you can help somebody, that's really going to hit home with your followers. What I'm trying to say is if you're trying to be vulnerable, if you're trying to let something out or something personal out, it's got to be genuine. It's got to come from the heart. I mean, there's no point trying to fake it because your followers will pick it up and then they're going to slaughter you in public. Tip number 5, and this is the cool part, is when you're actually creating stories, you can go back and see who's been watching them. You can click on your clips and see who's actually been watching your story. Then you can go back and personally engage with them. I'll actually do this myself. I'll go back into my story and see all the comments, and if someone says, oh, this was a really great tip, or thank you for this, I'll actually go back and personally thank them, or sometimes I'll even send them a video. And it's really cool to see when you actually send them a personal video, what they respond with. They're like, wow, I had no idea you're actually going to take the time out and send me a message like this. Again, it's engagement that comes from the heart, and it has a big impact. That's something a lot of you guys can do right away, and it will be a sudden impact. Another cool thing about Instagram stories is if you want to actually tag other followers or other people on Instagram, all you have to do is just type it in, @ and their name, and they'll show up, and you can put that on there, and they'll get the notification that you tagged them in it, which is awesome. It's a great way to do engagement. Now, 5th I'm going to leave, which is the most important. All the other topics were basically sort of ideas and how to sculpt your story. But the most important part of creating a story on Instagram is what it is to create a story. And you can use all these other tips together to create some sort of story. How big of a story you should tell, that's totally up to you. My stories are typically 4 to 5 scenes at a time. Because with my stories, I'm doing quick sort of tips. I'm giving like 3 or 4 different tips on this or 5, 6 tips on that. At the end of the day, I want my followers to come back. I want them to know that they can come in, have a quick tip here and there, maybe something they can apply right away, and then they're off doing what they're trying to do. I'm just of the feeling that I don't want to be wasting people's time with these long-winded stories because I know people's time is important. But if I can get those quick wins in for them and they can use it and apply it, I know they're going to come back to watch my content later on again. See, I know if they come watch my story, they get some value out of it and apply it, and they get some quick wins, they're going to come back to watch more stuff that I create. Again, it comes back to creating that story and providing value, being genuine. Here's some extra stuff if you want to talk about. You can also talk about some of your wins. For example, you won a competition, you won some award. Those are always great things to talk about on your story. Because not only can you talk about what that win is, but you can actually talk about how you got to that point. And people will watch that stuff. So I'll give you an example of a story that you possibly could do. Again, this is just an example I thought of right on the spot. It's basically, I'm a DJ. I'm playing music, I play clubs, I've got my own radio show. So a great topic I can do on Instagram story is, hey guys, this is my top 5 songs of the month of April. And you could go into number 1, what it is, why you like it. Number 2, what it is, why you like it, and so on and so on. So there's 5 clips right there. On your 6th clip, you could talk about some of the other ones that didn't make the list that were very good. And of course, point back to wherever you want them to point to, your blog, your website, whatever it is, and people will follow. Again, that example, there's nothing salesy about it. You weren't selling anything, but the idea is you're sending them valuable information. If they go to your website, if they happen to see something that may be for sale or an opt-in, they can choose to do so at the right time. So guys, this is just a quick video on how to use Instagram stories to build your personal brand. A lot of stuff I talked about in this video you can implement today, and I guarantee you're going to see some impact. I'm going to talk about more of this stuff in detail probably on my podcast and other videos coming. But again, I just wanted to get something out to you guys now that you can use right away. So again, to recap, the way I would build my Instagram story is to be genuine. Number 2, shooting behind the scenes footage is always great. Number 3, you could try being vulnerable if it's some personal issue that you want to talk about. Number 4 is engagement on your Instagram story. And number 5 is trying to come up with a story that people want to watch all the way through. So guys, I hope you try some of the things that I talked about. Please let me know in the comments below what you thought about this video, and let me know if any of this stuff worked for you. I just want to let you guys know that I'm creating these videos for you guys so you can be epic to create epic. But I want to say, if you're watching this video for the very first time, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe to be part of the family. If you want to see more videos just like this, please click on the eye in the sky. Of course, to my peeps, be you, stay optimistic, enjoy the rest of your day. Here's a big high five from me to all of you.